Yesterday, FTMO, one of the biggest prop firm companies out there, have decided not to take any more US clients, and everybody naturally is asking me, why is that happening? And like I've told many people already, I've made a video about this 6 months ago predicting just this. See, and I'm not that clever, I've seen the same shit happen before. I've seen this song and dance, the dog and pony show, happen exactly to the forex industry about 15 years ago, right? So after 2008 crash, a lot of Dodd-Frank bill came in, compliance throughout all the European brokerages out of the United States, disallowed all regulated brokerages in the EU and across the globe to take US clients. Furthermore, as a US citizen, I'm not even allowed to open up a bank account in Switzerland or Germany or France or anywhere else. So 6 months ago, I literally made the same video saying regulations are coming and you're gonna get fucked. And nobody's like, no, regulations are fucking amazing. They're here to protect you. No, if you still think that regulations are here to protect you, you haven't been on this planet long enough. Nobody gives a shit in the government about you at all. CFTC, the government body that controls, that looks out for creates regulations for the United States futures markets. They're the ones that they're hunting after, they went after MFF. And I think now with the FTMO, since they're based out of the UK, basically they gave them an ultimatum. Either you have to do some insane compliance work or just get the fuck out. And FTMO decided, you know what, we're making a boatload of money from around the world, fuck US customers. And literally I've seen this happen exactly the same way with the forex industry before, where now, unless you're trading with a US brokerage, you're not allowed to trade with any other brokerage outside the US as a US citizen. And why do they do that? Well, because the US is a very coveted market, right? US traders are very coveted. So they're trying to keep the money within the United States, so the money and profits or losses go to the US brokerages and not outside the US, because it's a very profitable business, right? So they did the same thing with the BTC, with Bitcoin, with CZ, which are now paying enormous billions and billions, Binance paying billions and billions in fines. And obviously, Sam Bankman-Fried just, doing time upstate. We all know what happened with all those exchanges. And lo and behold, now we have the ETF, and they're like, oh, well, fuck those exchanges. But here's the ETF, courtesy of US regulatory body. Now we all approve it all of a sudden. Trade this instead, right? So they want you basically trading their products on their terms with their pockets being lined up, So they want you to win or lose, but in their own casino. They want to control the casino, basically. That's all they're doing. They don't care if you win or lose, because honestly, trading CFDs, which is the products that we're not allowed to trade as US citizens, it's probably easier because on MT4 you can trade the indices, you can trade gold, all sorts of commodities. You're as a US brokerage, let's say if I sign up OAN the US, I can't trade US indices, I cannot trade gold, I cannot trade any of that stuff. I can only trade forex with a reduced leverage. If I sign up for OANDA, for example, Europe, a normal OANDA, international OANDA, I can trade all these products no problem. And it's a matter of convenience. So now as a US citizen, I have to trade futures here, do that over there. I have to have 5 different accounts. And obviously it's you have to have a lot more money to trade on 5 different accounts, because you have to have enough margin to withstand certain pressures and certain market movements, right? So now you have to, let's say, if you would have $1 million in one account, you can trade all these various products. It's a lot easier than having 300, 500 here, $1 million there, blah, 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 blah. You have to spread it about. And obviously, due to remargin requirements, you cannot be as aggressive. And if you know what you're doing, you're going to be, at the end of the day, you're going to be making less money. And that's what they want. This is the video I made about 6 months ago. Basically, those regulations are not your friend. Nobody cares about you. The only people who care about you are people like us. People who want you to make money because you're making money for us. Okay? Very simple. I'm not some kind of benevolent force for good, even though I want to sleep at night, right? And I do think that we should be doing good in this world. But at the end of the day, it's capitalism. If you're making money, you can be in any part of the world, and I wouldn't care and discriminate against you because you're in US or you're in India or you're in Europe or in Asia somewhere, okay? I don't care. because you're making money, and this is what FundingTraders is all about. FundingTraders, that's why, is headquartered in Dubai, where we do not have to go with the US regulations, where we have to kick out US customers. We welcome all the US customers, and we intend to do so for the very, very prolonged future, as far as obviously we can, unless something drastically changes. But being based in London, FTMO is obviously having issues because US has a lot of pull with the English authorities, where they can put some pressure on FTMO and go after them, blah, blah. So FTMO just said, you know what, to hell with the US customers. We will just use the rest of the world. We'll just source our traders from the rest of the world and find talented people from the rest of the world. Now, what's going to happen next? Well, FTMO is just the first of the many dominoes to fall that are based in United States and based in EU. So if you're looking for a good platform to start your business with, I suggest not picking one based in US or based in London or EU or something like that. Look for ones that are based in some reputable countries like Dubai, like the Emirates, where they have regulatory bodies, where it's not just some kind of island in Cyprus or Maldives or whatever, and basically they're not regulated. They can do whatever the hell they want. So pick something which is based in Asia or Middle East. Screw the United States, screw the EU, because very simply, they're gonna throw more and more regulations, and as all these regulations and laws and rules are being written, trust me, they're not gonna be written, just like I said 6 months ago, they're not gonna be written for you. They're gonna be written against you. So little guy does not make money. I literally talked about 6 months ago about how regulations don't want you to make money. They don't want little guy to be able to trade $1 million, okay? They want you to go to the fucking office and be a slave until you're 60, and then they just write you off and you die, go on a cruises a couple times, and then they fucking bury you, okay? That's the life they want for you. So if you don't want to be a slave to the system, join FT, join FundingTraders, and make something happen, something beautiful happen with your life while you still have the fucking chance, okay? Because these windows of opportunities, they always close. They never want the middle class or the low class to prosper, okay? So I know, a little hokey pokey conspiracy theory tinfoil hat, but it's true. Because people in power they tend to stay in power, and they want to stay in power. They don't want you to be rising. So while there are these little windows of opportunity exist for you to become successful, use it. Use it now. Go to fundingtraders.com, get an account, learn to trade, start making money. You'll thank me later.